and it speaks words against the Most High, and it wears out the set-apart ones of the Most High, and it intends to change appointed times, and law, and they are given into its hands for a time and times and half a time. Daniel 7:25. Most of us are quite aware of how the Roman Catholic Church has thought to change Yahuwah's 10 Commandments. They also think to change his feast days to the pagan holidays celebrated by so many today. Nevertheless, were you aware of another group that has done the same thing? As dangerous as the RCC has been, shockingly there is something far more wicked on the rise.
The idea of the Noahide laws, the 7 Noahide laws, is not just something, some abstract thing there. The 7 Noahide laws is part of a much larger picture of how it is to conduct to the affairs of a country, of a state.
The 7 laws of the sons of Noah. What non-Jews have as obligations to God and to humanity. It's our obligation to teach the world these 7 laws of the sons of Noah.
We have to refine the world. We have to transform the world. We have to make the world a better place. How do you make the world a better place?
You need to have a system. The oldest and most universal divine system in place is called the Noahide laws.
Ultimately, if we do keep those 7 commandments we were given, we would actually do what God actually wanted us to do in the beginning.
7 laws of the sons of Noah that Jewish tradition says all civilized people should follow.
If you have never heard of these 7 laws of Noah, that is because you will not find them outlined within the scriptures. They are taken straight from the Talmud. We find the following on Wikipedia. The Noahide laws are a set of 7 moral imperatives that, according to the Talmud, were given by God to Noah as a binding set of laws for all mankind. According to Judaism, any non-Jew who lives according to these laws is regarded as a righteous Gentile and is assured of a place in the world to come. What are these laws of Noah? These 7 laws of Noah are: prohibition of idolatry. You shall not have any idols before God. Prohibition of murder. You shall not murder. Prohibition of theft. You shall not steal. Prohibition of sexual promiscuity. You shall not commit adultery. Prohibition of blasphemy. You shall not blaspheme the divine name of God by speaking it. Prohibition of cruelty to animals. Do not eat flesh taken from an animal while it is still alive. Requirement to have just laws. You shall set up an effective judiciary to enforce the preceding 6 laws fairly. These laws seem innocent enough, right? These laws, along with those who promote them, are telling people there are 2 sets of laws, one for the Jews, and the other for the Goyim, which is the non-Jews. The following are some quotes about the book titled, The Rainbow Covenant. Dr. Robert Buxbaum stated, "It is worthwhile to point out, that while the 10 Commandments get a lot more press, they are not the subject of this book as they are not required by all people, but only the Jews." James Lawrence says that on the Rainbow Covenant, author Michael Dallin shows that, in addition to the well-known 10 Commandments directed at the Jewish people, under biblical law, there are 7 universal commandments which should govern the conduct of the rest of mankind. And Andrea Chester has this to say about the book. Dallin says, the Jews have their covenant of Sinai. The vast majority of humanity, the rest of the children of Noah have the Rainbow Covenant, yet, ultimately, man's obligations are the same: obey God's laws.
It's the question in Jewish tradition of what non-Jews have as obligations to God and to humanity.
Yahuwah's Torah tells us in the book of Numbers, in Numbers 9:14, you have one law, both for the stranger and native of the land. Whether Jewish or not, male nor female. It no longer matters.
Jews alone of the Western religions believe that you don't have to be Jewish to achieve salvation, that the righteous of all the world achieve eternal life.
Scriptures tell us in Matthew 7:14, because strait is the gate and narrow is the way, which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. All the world cannot have salvation. Our salvation comes from Yahushua, and only the remnant shall be saved.
But what does it mean to constitute being righteous among the non-Jewish world? The Code of Jewish Law from Maimonides says it's our obligation to teach the world these 7 laws of the sons of Noah.
Before you say it, I know, it is not scriptural. We further learn in Exodus 12:49, there is one Torah for the native born and for the stranger who sojourns among you. You see, that is why these Noahide laws are so dangerous. They appear good, but on the contrary, its followers go against the very Torah they claim to be from. Even though it appears to come out of the Scriptures, the truth is there is only one set of moral laws mankind must follow. The 10 Commandments, which are our marriage vows. Talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing, these 7 laws of Noah are just that. Astonishingly, these 7 simple laws are not only becoming very popular but are growing at an alarming rate. Many are making allegiance to become B'nai Noah.
I hereby pledge that I adhere to the 7 laws of Noah, and I furthermore pledge to continue to uphold these laws in all their details.
The reason why these so-called 7 laws of Noah are becoming widely acceptable is because many believe they cannot keep the 613 laws. Therefore, keeping a mere 7 is more achievable. You see, to the average Christian they are saved by grace and not of works. To keep worldwide peace they will eagerly make allegiance to these counterfeit laws. Whereas, others believe, the Jews have the law and are in no need of a savior. Could I be wrong? Not according to the Zionist pastor John Hagee. The following appeared in San Antonio Fundamentalist Battles Anti-Semitism, Houston Chronicle, April 30, 1988. John Hagee, fundamentalist pastor from San Antonio and friend of Israel, is truly a strange fish. The man has a mission. He is out to attack anti-Semitism. He also believes that Jews can come to God without going through Jesus Christ. That is not what the Messiah said, I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John 14:6. Back to the article, in fact, trying to convert Jews is a waste of time, he said. The Jewish person who has his roots in Judaism is not going to convert to Christianity. There is no form of Christian evangelism that has failed so miserably as evangelizing the Jewish people. They already have a faith structure. Everyone else, whether Buddhist or Baha'i, needs to believe in Jesus, he says. But not the Jewish people. Jews already have a covenant with God that has never been replaced by Christianity, he says. Mr. John Hagee is not the only one with this ideology. Check out this quote made by the Vatican. In their relations with Jews, Christians must recognize that Jews do not have to convert in order to be saved, a top Vatican official said. Anyone who has ever read the Scriptures knows that this belief goes against the Scriptures, Romans 3:10. As it is written, there is none righteous, no, not one. It is happening, beloved friends. The Noahide laws are growing in popularity. They have even reached the United States Congress.
In 1989, U.S. President George Bush signed a proclamation recognizing the 7 laws of Noah as the principles of moral and ethical conduct that have formed the basis of all civilizations. In 1991, a joint resolution of Congress, U.S. Public Law 10214, stated that the 7 Noahide laws have been the bedrock of society from the dawn of civilization.
Well, isn't that just sneaky? And here we thought the United States was founded on the top 10. Oops, guess we were wrong? Actually, the marriage vows known as the 10 Commandments will be pushed back out of sight. This is exactly what is transpiring before our very eyes. Ponder, why do you think in recent years, the 10 Commandments have been removed from the courthouses?